So the rest. So we talked about on-page optimization, right? The stuff you can control. Off-page optimization, the stuff you can only influence. Technical optimization, the stuff that can mess you up, but you still have to care about it. Here's everything else that's important within search engine optimization, the catch-all button, right? We'll talk about evaluating competitors, social media and its influence on SEO, reputation management, mobile SEO, international SEO, Panda and Penguin and the Hummingbird updates, secure search, tools and services that I use, and a few other things. So one of the reasons why I really love search engine optimization is this concept of being able to evaluate competitors really easily, right? So these backlink tools, they archive their own proprietary link index, right? And you can use them to find links for your competitors. So essentially what they're doing is these third-party tools are crawling the web the same way Google does, and they're looking at how all these websites are linked to each other, and they're archiving all these links, right? So there some you can go out and find these tools. Some are free, some are paid, and you use them to look at your competitors' link profiles. So this to me is the most interesting part of search engine optimization because it really levels the playing field, and I love a story that favors the underdog, right? So well, it doesn't favor the underdog. That doesn't make any sense, right? The underdog's not favored by default. But I guess my point, right, is like if I told you go start a soda company that competes with Coca-Cola, how would you do that, right? Like I have no idea how you would do that. But if I said you go start a website that competes with another major international corporation's website, you could actually start. You could do it because of this concept, right? So off-page optimization is really interesting because it's kind of this open kimono policy. Like you can be ranking really well and you can get all these great links, but all of your competitors can see them. And likewise, you can see all your competitors' links and they can see all of your links. So when you're doing this, the best way to get started is to figure out your keywords, right? You want to do your keyword research, play with the keyword planner tool, really figure out the strategy and the type of content you want to create. And once you have that down and you know what you want to be ranking for, you want to be Googling those things, seeing who's ranking for those things, and then looking at the links that they've acquired. It's the best way to get started, right? So I really, really like going through the competitors' link profiles and saying, oh, they got a link from Business Insider here for this article. Maybe I could write one too. Or, oh, they got a link here because they sponsored this. Maybe I could sponsor that too. And you can start to like figure out how your competitors are doing it, and it gives you a huge leg up initially when you're getting started. It's a really fascinating part of the whole process to me. There's 4 websites I recommend using for this: linkdiagnosis.com, opensiteexplorer.org, ahrefs.com, and majesticseo.com. And again, I'll send all these out, but I recommend using these to get started. Some are free, some are paid. They're all good. So there's a number of other ways that you can evaluate your competitors as well, and one of which is the site colon operator, using site colon to find competitor title tags. So if you go to Google and you type site colon, S-I-T-E colon, and then your competitor's domain, it's going to give you a list of all of your competitors' URLs. If your competitor is optimizing their page properly, their title tags, which again, from an on-page optimization perspective, are one of the most important things you can do. Their title tags, which are all listed here in Google, are being shown to you, right? So a really easy way to figure out, hey, what are my competitors trying to rank for, is to do this, site colon competitordomain.com, and all of a sudden you essentially have their blueprint. So it's a really easy way to kind of figure out what the competition is doing. So another one you can do is use the Google Keyword Planner. When you use this, the way we've been talking about it up to this point is inputting different keywords, right? And Google Keyword Planner kind of spits back to you all the keywords that you're potentially optimizing for. But you can also input a domain here. as well, right? So you can input your competitor's domain. Google will send a spider to the domain, crawl it, and come back to you with the keywords that it thinks it's about. So you should put your own domain in there. You should put competitor domains in there. It essentially tells you what Google thinks the content is, and it can be really valuable. The next one is to check their HTML sitemap. A lot of sites have what's called an HTML sitemap in the footer of their page. You go to any major site, you go to the bottom, it says sitemap. You click it, and it's essentially a comprehensive directory of all of their pages. This is PayPal's sitemap. We made it while I was there, and it's just a big list of all the most important pages. If your competitor has an HTML sitemap, you just go to their domain, look, it's usually in the footer, you click sitemap, and you're seeing all the pages that are important to them. Just one more way to evaluate what your competitors are doing.